Hello everyone, this is Easty and the Wolf once more. It's been a while since we've been in the driving sim. We had some technical issues with... I bought a illuminated Cooler Master keyboard. I think it was the iRapid, just for this setup, and within a few weeks there was 16 of the keys were no longer illuminated, so it made using it when all the lights are off and stuff in here, which is what it's made for, quite difficult. So I sent it back, and it must have been I think it's probably been about 6 weeks now. I've still not got it back, so I've decided to use my little Logitech Media computer keyboard so I can play in here, because I've been travelling a lot as well. I've really not been at home, so the reason I've not done a lot of videos, but hopefully we'll get back into doing some now. This is the Nurburgring GP, as most of you probably tell. It's one of the Project Cars challenges, so I'm just playing around. It's a SLS GT3 AMG. The funny thing is that I've been lucky to actually drive this car in real life on this track. I was doing a 2-day event at AMG, or with AMG, sorry, on the Nurburgring, the Nordschleife, which was one of the best things I've done in my life. And I'll link you to that video. I got a video I did of one of my laps. It was basically like lead and follow. And my phone's going crazy for some reason, so it messed up my focus. Yeah, it was lead and follow. We had an instructor, but it was a fast instructor. I think it was Peter Simon, the guy's name, and he had some of the records for going around there. And it was never it was never a take your mind off the moment experience. Going around the Nurburgring, where I was in an SLS and a C63, a few different cars. And then the final day we got to go around this GP track in the SL3 GT3, which is a pretty phenomenal experience. The GT3 is completely specced out, so it's ripped apart from the real car, and then they're actually a little bit slower in a straight line than the SLS road car, because the air intakes have baffles on to try and create the GT3 cars to be all the same speed, but obviously the whole running gear and the weight reduction means it's faster around a track for various reasons. This is it's one of the competitions in Project Cars that they do. They run for like 5 days, and so I'm really interested in doing this one, see what place I can get. I'm hoping to get under like the 500s, and one of my challenges, I guess, is to beat the 2-minute mark. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it after I've been around a few times, because I'm not on my way off. I know on Assetto Corsa it's a completely different game and different car. In the GT3 458 I can do it in just under 2 minutes. So that would be really, really nice to try and beat that, or get close to that, but I'm not sure after doing it, because like just did that 203 lap then. And one of the things is, I guess, with the these competitions they run in Project Cars, everything's set the same, so I don't think there's any traction control, and I think there's ABS, but and then when I'm running the track, obviously in the 458 I can turn things on and off, so it's very different. Yeah, I definitely need to focus here a little bit. I'm missing a lot of apexes and not getting into the corners and getting on the powers early like that. I was completely wiped out. Okay. Now into Dunlop. Shouldn't be a first gear corner really, but I guess it's such a slow turn in there, it might be too much. Up into Schumacher, S's. I wonder how Schumacher's doing. I've not heard about him for a while. Hope he's doing pretty awesome. Recovering. I want my dog's attacking me. Certainly a sporting hero of my lifetime. Oh. leave it to the very last moment coming into the chicane now. Obviously this corner is very important to get on the power as fast as possible and you get that advantage all the way down the straight. I don't think I really did then. So it's down to a 202. I'm getting a little bit better. Oh, I was looking at my dog then. See what he was doing. You can see that without the traction control the car is really hairy. It's good fun. You really have to watch what you're doing because it'll step out and then hook up and you'll just go off at that angle. You really have to fettle the power on. I've got the dash meter app going down here on my old beat up Thrive tablet. That works a treat. I really like that. It's very easy to see the numbers and when to change gear. It flashes the screen and stuff like that. Especially when you're in a different car you've not driven a lot. I think it really helps going into Dunlop just to keep the car straight. If you're turning it in there too early you lose a lot of braking performance. And that should be all out, I'm sure, yeah. If you get it just right, it is. Oh, I missed that completely. That's what you do when you push it to see what you can get out of it. I'm surprised that didn't flag my lap. I guess they think there's no advantage to going off there. Something that gets me on these competitions, I'm always, I have been like 8 seconds off sometimes. And I'm pushing it, to get the fractions of a second on my lap. And the people there are 8 seconds ahead of me. It's pretty impressive, really. They're just naturals, or they play it a lot. So that was only 2/10 slower than my previous lap, so I've obviously got a lot to make up. So in real life in this car, it's actually kind of very, very bad view distance. When you sat in it, you're sat in a race seat, it's like a carbon fibre bucket, and it's on the floor of the car. And they have these custom seats they make for you. But there was a person who'd driven it previously who was very similar form to me, so I just used his seat. And you really can't see that much. Like going into corner 1 on this track, you just can't see the corner at all. You really have to look at it ahead of time. And then it's completely blind when you turn in. All you can see is the bonnet of the car. It's kind of and these cars, they brake incredibly fast, so you can go full out all the way down there. You're going down the straight, and I can remember you just aim at the Mercedes logo. You can just see that over the bonnet, and you just point at that on the brakes, on the brakes, on the brakes, and then just turn into the blind corner. Completely not paying attention to this lap, but it's good fun. And then. Yeah, it's just the visibility is so much reduced. We actually went round quite a bit in the regular SLS car, and that's just amazingly good fun because you can see everything. It's just a road car. It's designed with the visibility and everything, and that car is so predictable. You can really play around it. It's just confident, inspiring. You get into the GT3 car, and it's just a different animal altogether. It's so loud. You can feel the engine revving through your body. That was a 204, it was pretty awful. And also it has a clutch, so the SLS is almost. The SLS obviously doesn't have a clutch. It's a dual. It's a dual clutch car, automatic. It doesn't have a clutch pedal. And the GT3, they have to have a clutch for the race start, and you basically have a pit limiter button, so you press that and the car will just bounce off the limiter, and then you just pointing at kind of the pit wall and just release the clutch all at once. You can't do it gently, otherwise the car just stalls, and then the car just jolts off, and it's just all or nothing. You're on the power and the car's just banging off the rev limiter, and you just have to drive it out. And you know, once you start going up the gears, it's all good, but that first time you set off like that, it's pretty scary in this very expensive car, and there's a team of guys stood around you who actually just look after the car. Hell of an experience. I also had a guy, he was sat next to me giving me a bit of instruction. He was called Bert Schneider. He's a very accomplished racing car driver. If you look him up, he won the 24-hour race with a teammate. I think it's Black Falcon at the Nordschleife, and he's also won. I mean, he's been a racing driver, DTM, for a long time. So it's a little bit extra pressure just even having someone in the car like that telling you what to do. Overall, fantastic experience, which has obviously not give me any advantage in this whatsoever. It is because I'm talking, hopefully. What I'll do, I'll go around a lot, and then I'll upload my favourite 2 laps onto this video, and maybe link to that. So you want to skip my waffling and just watch that, it'd be all good. I need to figure out exactly where I need to be in this track and this car. Oh, that count? Can't remember. Okay, ladies and guys, that was the fastest one I did. It was a 2:01.04. I've been reeling it down to the time I wanted to, but that's the best I could do after doing a few more laps practicing. I hope you liked the video. Please like it and subscribe if you're not already, if you want to see some more. That's what inspires me on to do them. I remember there's almost a crash there into the wall after Mercedes. Yeah, there's no commercials or anything on my videos. It's just for a laugh. I'm not here to make money. So I hope to see you in the next video. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye bye.